Hi, we're back. So I just wanted to address something that I read in the news, and I'm not gonna repost any article or copy anything. So my words are kind of my personal understanding of it. Right now, there is a thing going on here in Vietnam. The police are doing checkups of foreigners. And people think that is bad or dangerous. Absolutely not. The reason for the checks and what they are checking is basically very simple. They basically check if foreigners are following the Vietnamese laws. Because when you go to another country, and this is nothing special about Vietnam because it is everywhere. It's in every country all over the world. If you come to Vietnam on a tourist visa, like many people do, you are a tourist. You're here to stay in a hotel, go swimming, take photos, sightseeing tours, go to the beach, and so on. That's what tourists do. And then when the visa ends, you go back home. That's what a tourist do. You're here for a holiday, and that's what it is. But some people don't understand that. So they come here, they have a tourist visa. Some go and get like an e-visa for 90 days, still a tourist visa. And you're not allowed to work on it. But still people do. So people work in English centers on tourist visas. People work as private tutors on tourist visas. People try to do other jobs, work on YouTube, work on TikTok, work on Instagram, and so on a tourist visa. And people do trading and a lot of stuff, but still on a tourist visa. Now, any type of work, even if it is on internet, YouTube, Instagram, trading, whatever, it is not legal in a country without a work permit. So if you want to stay here longer than, like a holiday, longer than a holiday, you need to get the correct visa if you intend to work and make money in Vietnam. Then you need a temporary residence, you need a working permit. And if you don't have that, you break the laws. You break the immigration laws because you work on a visa that you're not allowed to work on. So that's one. And by working and you don't have the right visa and maybe not even pay the tax, you break the law when you don't pay the tax to Vietnam either. So you break another law. And that's what the police are after now. The Vietnamese government, and then the police is out and enforcing it. So if you go to Vietnam, if you are on a tourist visa, you are not allowed to work in any way. Okay? So that means you're actually not allowed to make money off your YouTube channel here. You have to pay tax out of it, and you have to have a working permit to work. If you work as a teacher, you also need the same. And now they are cracking down on it. So the Vietnamese want foreigners to come. There is nothing they want more, but there are too many foreigners that now break the laws. And I've stated this in many videos by now that foreigners actually not behave well in Southeast Asia. And breaking the laws, come here to Vietnam and you break the laws, that is one of the things that I put under not well behavior. That is simply not allowed. If you go to any European country and you work illegally, you get caught, and it's the same here. The difference is that the police in Vietnam, they actually did let it slide for quite a long time, and now it's just too much and too many, so they have to crack down on it to get a little control about it because it was too much. The Vietnamese don't want to scare anyone away. Absolutely not. They not try to make it harder to come to Vietnam. Absolutely not. They just want people to abide by the laws. Just like in America, just like in Europe, and just like in Australia. There is no difference. And if you don't abide by the laws in Vietnam, now they crack down, and you know, if you get caught for doing illegal stuff like work illegally and don't pay the tax and so on, you get fines and you may get deported. That is basically the same in every country. So there is nothing special, but it's nice to know. If you go to Vietnam, look first of all, what kind of visa do I have? Am I allowed to work? Does this visa allow me to work? No. If it doesn't allow you to work, you need to get a different visa. It's very easy. If you have a tourist visa, you need to go out and you need outside to apply for a new visa that allows you to work. That's the only way of dealing with it. You need to stay here legally, and you need to have the working permit and the correct visa if you intend or want to work here. If not, you need to live off your savings like any other tourist, and you need to refrain from any work. You need to be just a tourist. That's how it is. So that is the new, and now they have this campaign, and that they are going to check and everything now until August 5. August 5, that like big operation is August 6, the bigger operation is over. It doesn't mean they're gonna stop check, because they will never stop, but they will then check in a little different. Then they check more specifically here and specifically there. They not check everything like they do now. So that is the change. So it go back to like a little more normal after from August 6, but until August 5 they now have a campaign, and they check most foreigners. So yeah, many foreigners now come here and they work as teachers with no they don't have education as teachers. They don't have the work permit. Some are backpackers and want to work and make extra money. Sorry, that is illegal, and now they crack down on it in this period. So yeah, if you come to Vietnam and if you have a tourist visa, then that's what you are, a tourist. You're not allowed to work, and this goes in any other country as well. The rules are the same in every country in Europe, in Australia, and in America. That's just how it is. It is nothing special. It's just that the Vietnamese have been very nice, almost too nice for very long, and now it's been too many behaving bad and too many exploiting the system, and when it's too much and too many, they have to do something. So now they have a little campaign of just get it a little under control, and like it should be from the beginning. So there is nothing more to it than that. If you are in Vietnam, you work, you have your correct visa, you have your working permit, you don't have or get any problem. If you are here and you work and you are on a tourist visa, then you may get a problem if the police come to you. Yeah, and that's just how it should be. If I go to America and as a tourist and I start to work there, and the police or immigration or ICE catch me, I will have the same problem in America as I will face here in Vietnam. It's no difference, and there is nothing racist about it. Every country do this, and it's just like you need to follow the Vietnamese law when you come to Vietnam. That's all. And the same go for Airbnb and short-term rental, which is banned in Ho Chi Minh City. It's banned. You just need to follow it. And now the only thing is that it's so many foreigners coming to Vietnam, so the government try to now enforce it a little more. And by all means, that is a good thing. It's a very good thing. If not, it get crazy here with so many foreigners. So it's a very good thing what the Vietnamese do, and they maybe should have done it a little earlier. But why they do it is because of foreigners come here and they misbehave and they break the laws. So it is because of the foreigners. Now, Vietnam have been here, I don't know how old Vietnam is, a very old country, many years old, and they haven't done this before. Why do you think they didn't do it before? Because there wasn't any need. They didn't need to do it before. But now it's too many foreigners and too many misbehave, too many break the laws, and it starts to be a problem in the society in general. And then they have to do something about it. They have to restore law and order. And I think that is a good thing. So yeah, if you come to Southeast Asia, understand it is a country and you need to follow the laws and the rules. If you come here and think you're above the laws and the rules, then don't come here at all. And now they are cracking down. You will get caught. Many get caught. Some are caught already, and some get deported, and more will get deported. It depends on how long you stayed here. It depends on how long you've been working illegally and stuff. If it's just a little, you get a fine. If it's longer, you get deported. And that is within, you know, what every other country is doing. So it's nothing special. So that is the latest news here, and that's how it is. So yeah, you need to follow the Vietnamese laws. If you go on internet or go to any Vietnamese embassy and apply for a visa, they will have different visas listed up there. And if you intend to work, you need to look for a visa that allows you to work. If you come here on a tourist visa, then you need to understand the tourist visa only allow you to be a tourist, traveling and be on holiday, nothing more. That is a tourist visa, and that's what you need to, you know, follow the laws and the rules about. It's very simple and it's very easy. And if you go to the EU, they have the same laws and the same visas, and you need to abide by the laws there. If you go to Australia, it is the same. If you go to America, Canada, it is the same. So there is nothing special about what's going on in Vietnam now. There is nothing special. It's just that they need to control a little, because now too many foreigners have been running a little wild and causing danger for themselves, for Vietnamese people, and for other foreigners. So they have to, you know, control it a little. There is nothing more to it than that, and I see it as a good thing. And also when they now make it harder, the immigration, the police, and the government make it harder and check more. Of course, there will be a little lack of people that can be tutors and work in centers and stuff. But it also leave, you know, the ones that actually can work, have the correct visa, have the work permit, have the English degrees and everything you need in order, all the papers and done everything correct. They cannot also be paid a little better. You don't get that competition that much from uneducated and unqualified people. So the Vietnamese will have to pay, and the schools, so the Vietnamese will have to pay a little more for private tutors, and they will have to pay a little more for the teachers, because many will now be gone because they actually don't have the working permit. They are here and they break the laws and they work illegal, so it will be less that do legal, and when it less, normally the prices go up a little. So but then the quality go up too as well. So that's how it is. So that's it for today, guys. Have a nice day, and that's what I've seen in the news so far. Bye bye.